You pulled an all-nighter. Your eyes are burning. You've had 4 cups of coffee, and somehow you feel proud of it? If that sounds familiar, you're not lazy. You're not broken. You might just be caught in one of the most normalized psychological traps of our generation. Welcome back to Neurobites. Today, we're unpacking why so many students don't just accept burnout, they romanticize it. We're covering 3 key concepts: the rise of grind culture, toxic productivity, and something psychologists call self-worth contingency. Let's get into it. Scroll through TikTok or Instagram, and you'll find thousands of videos glorifying the "that girl morning routine" or the "day in my life as a pre-med student." Exhaustion has become an aesthetic. A 2022 study from the American Psychological Association found that 87% of college students reported academics as their primary source of stress. But here's what's wild. Many don't want to reduce it. They wear it like a badge. So why do we do this to ourselves? Part of it is visibility. In a world where everyone's curating their online presence, suffering becomes proof of effort. If you're not struggling, are you even trying? Psychologist Devin Price, author of Laziness Does Not Exist, argues that we've been conditioned to believe our worth is earned through exhaustion. Rest feels like failure. This leads us to toxic productivity, the compulsive need to always be doing something useful. It's not about loving what you do, it's about fearing what you are when you stop. Research from the University of Georgia found that students who tied productivity to self-esteem experienced 40% higher anxiety levels. The grind isn't making us better, it's making us sicker. If this is hitting close to home, you're definitely not alone. We're building a community here at Neurobites of students who want to succeed without sacrificing their sanity. If that sounds like you, consider subscribing. Now, let's talk about the deeper psychology. Psychologists use the term contingent self-worth to describe when your value as a person depends entirely on external achievements. Dr. Jennifer Crocker at Ohio State University spent years studying this. She found that students whose self-worth was contingent on academic performance had more stress, more conflict with professors, and, ironically, lower GPAs over time. The pressure to perform was actually destroying performance. Here's the trap. When your grades become your identity, a B+ isn't just a grade, it's a judgment of who you are. Cal Newport talks about this in How to Become a Straight A Student. The most successful students he interviewed, they studied less but smarter. They had boundaries. They had lives outside the library. So what's the way out? First, recognize the pattern. Notice when you're humble bragging about how little you slept. Second, practice unconditional self-regard. Your worth exists whether you ace the test or not. And third, redefine success. Maybe it's not about the grade. Maybe it's about who you're becoming in the process. The grind will always be there, but you get to decide if it defines you or if you define it. You're more than your GPA. You're more than your productivity. And honestly, you're more than your exhaustion. If this gave you something to think about, drop a like. Share it with a friend who needs to hear this. And I'll see you in the next one.